on. Here we go. Here we are. From TheBee, LLC.
Hey everybody, welcome in. This is TheBee at LLC, and today we're going to look at how to buy and sell osmium, both the physical product and using the OCC, owner change code. So I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to take a few cuts out of existing live streams I've done. So okay, here we go. That goes along with it, and we're going to document how the process goes, how you buy, receive, and can sell and transfer both the physical piece and also the code that's built into the piece and is housed at the Osmium Institute online as a secure backup code. So the first thing I want to do, I got Nickel here with me. He bought this first piece that we're going to track tonight. But we're going to start off. I'm going to jump back to when I ordered the piece from Ian so that you guys can kind of follow along. So we're going to go, it was about a month ago now.
That somebody else can be looking after it for it, or your jeweler, goldsmith could be.
Can you hear that, Nickel?
Yeah.
Okay. Making a piece with it.
So this here is back about a month ago, and this is when I ordered this first piece that I'll end up transferring to Nickel that he bought in my auction. But this is me ordering it from Ian about a month ago.
You can register them as the possessor, but you still stay the owner. So there's a real security in the whole system. They thought it through carefully. What if people are getting multiple pieces made into jewelry? You know, mistakes can happen, but at least you can prove, no, this is my piece.
Right. Okay.
And the range of shapes and sizes, there's over 250 from 2mm squares right up to 4.5-inch discs. They got shapes, got animals, so they've got a reasonable range.
Yep.
Oh yeah, thanks Neil. Yeah, 1,500 times more rare than gold.
Yep. And so you get that in, you have those different options. Like you say, you can even give it to someone that has where you lend it out to, say, Ian, for him to sell it to you. You can click that button that says you're loaning it out for some dealer to sell it for you, or you can say that it's up for sale yourself.
Yeah.
And then if I'm going to auction and I put it up in auction and someone buys it, I'll just click that over, and then we can do the transaction. And then then it would be the Osmium Institute that would send them the new code, wouldn't it be? Or how would that work?
Okay. To the email that's linked to the existing ownership code. Yeah.
Right. So then I would be out of it. After you buy it, you would then receive the ownership code from the Osmium Institute directly. So when we're doing that right now. So I bought this piece right here that we're looking at. It's a uppercase I or a bar. Okay, so this was again about a month ago when I first ordered this piece from Ian, and then now we're going to jump over to about a week later when I received the piece and we then auctioned it off. So let me jump over to. So now I have received the osmium from Ian. Here's a little clip from about a week later. A piece of osmium, crystallized osmium, the rarest precious metal on Earth. It's the most inert. So this is going to be like the last thing standing when everything else in the Earth evaporates. This will still be here because it has to reach. It takes the hottest melting point to melt this stuff, and it is the most inert once it's in this crystalline form. There's no alkaline or acid that will eat this thing. It does not tarnish. It's like gold that it doesn't tarnish. The most dense, most inert, most scratch resistant, most reflective, amazing, beautiful.
And this is a platinum byproduct.
It's a platinum metals group platinum. Yeah, platinum metals group metal. Yep.
Okay.
And we got nickel stacking at $60. Look at that. See, nickel, you're my man. I love it. He was all
there you go, nickel. Jump all over it.
And it's nickel. You rule, nickel. Now this will be fun. We'll get to document the process. Hey, Cranky Stacker, welcome in. Good to see you. Glad you're here.
Hey, Cranky Stacker, thank you for coming in.
And I know Space Miner. I think he's happy. What do you think about it, Space Miner?
Somebody just bid. Is that Liberty Bleeds?
Liberty Bleeds coming in at $70. Now we got somebody else in the historical seat right now. LBS.
Don't you let that go, Nickel. You better jump all over that.
Let's see what. All right, now I'm going to jump to the end of that auction. I usually run the items about 3 minutes there, as you can see by the sand hourglass. And so we're going to jump to the end of that. And yeah, so I'm going to go. We're out of time. I'm going to count this down. We got nickel stacking on top at 75 right now. Nickel at 75 in 3. And nickel at 75 in 2.
And 1.
Nickel at 75 in 1. And we are SOLD. Sold the nickel stacking. Good job, Nickel.
Way to go, Nickel. Way to go.
We're gonna have fun on this video, and I'm glad you picked up on it. We'll have a good time, and we'll document how this works. And you got yourself a beautiful piece of the most rare, dense. Okay, guys. So that was Nickel purchasing his first piece of osmium there on my auction. And yeah,
so the last two things that'll be on Earth, it'll be osmium and cockroaches. Is that right? Any cockroaches taken off of these
possible. Okay, so that was Nickel when he first purchased the item, and then here we are talking about it later. But I'm gonna go right now and enter in a clip of him receiving the package of the osmium that I sent him here. He received the actual osmium in the mail before we transferred the code. So I'm going to show you a clip of him receiving the osmium.
Here we go. Here we are. From TheBee. LLC. So let me get where is my opening? Oh, here it is. Should I use my scissors? I think this has scissors on it. I don't think it does. Anyway, let's open it up, take a look at it. Yes, I am also now an investor in osmium. And let me get my chat on just in case someone comes in. I know Yankee's on. I won't be on that long with this one, so I thought I'd do it. I couldn't keep Yankee on. I'll be honest with you. It kept jamming up the little circle thing. I don't think my online provider is good enough to do his anymore. It's so many people in there. And of course, I'm not going to win anyway. So on anything. So I'll probably go back and try it again. Man, that son's gun right on open now. All right. Oh, he gave me some more of the long-lived coins, ancient metals, B stuff. that you use for lip gloss. I thank you for that, and another sticker. And the auction receipt. So I'm supposed to be on one of his shows coming up, and he's gonna show how you transfer ownership. I've got to have this thing again. So I did make the splurge. I don't think it hurts if you buy like one piece. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about getting a piece made. That's a little. I don't know. I'll probably have to get a bigger piece eventually. Here's a note. Let me see what else is in here. Make sure there's nothing else in here. I don't think it's going to be. Got to double check it. No. I think that did it. Never can be too sure. And I don't want to miss anything. So here it is from the Osmium Institute. And it's got its numbers on there. And it's got a little scanning thing. I don't use a smartphone, so it won't do me any good. Crystallized osmium, 99,999, 5%. And there it is. I don't know how close I'm going to be able to get it to where you see it. You're probably not going to, I don't know if I can see if you can see it shining there. There is a little piece. So I don't know. I don't think it has the weight on there. I'd be curious to see what the weight is. Anyway, here it is. This is osmium. I almost lost it already. I opened it up like a fool, and I almost lost it. Because if it doesn't land this side up, you can't see it. If it lands this side up with the light on, you can't miss it. It's almost like it does look like diamonds. It's gritty like diamonds. It really is. When I moved it across the table to get a grip on it, I could feel it. Kind of scratchy. So it is. It's really it's very interesting. It's a very interesting thing. And like I said, everybody probably should have at least a piece this big. A sample. Buy a sample of it. It probably will only go up. I'm not going to say it's going to get you rich. You know, it probably won't. But a smaller one like this is not that expensive. It'll probably double in price in within 10 years. And so you're probably not going to lose on it. They'll help you sell it. So there's somebody looking for an eye because they want something to spell something out, and they'll be looking for this eye. Actually, if they're looking for the eye, it could be worth more than what they say it's worth in the weight because they want it bad enough. If you want it bad enough, it's worth whatever they'll pay for it. Oh, there you go. Woo! Look at that. And West Texas got a new emoji. He's got the rattlesnake, Texas rattlesnake. Until he was going to buy two eyes. The other side shadow looks like this, except smaller. Black. Shadow. Oh, you have some osmium shadow. Very good. Two bros is in here. Look at there. Look at there. He's in there. You got the osmium yet, two brothers? Because it might go up. It might not go up. I just wanted one. Fine Ivana. Yeah, very good constitutional. So, anyway, I was going over all the metals I have now. And I just added a new one on. And I will, and I say again, will eventually get some kind of palladium. Something I've got. I take that back. I do have palladium. I have class rings that are palladium. So I have palladium too. So add that onto my metal list. And I had rhodium, but I had to sell at 30,000. Only a crazy. No, I better not say that. Get in trouble because there's some particular channel that didn't sell his at 30,000. And I will get back into rhodium. I do like rhodium. I like it as an investment, and that's an investment. Rhodium, platinum, palladium, iridium, osmium. That's all investments. That is investing. That is not the same as gold and silver. It's really investing, and it is, because you are taking a chance on it.
Okay, now I'm going to jump a little bit further down and grab a little bit more out of his live he did there, unpackaging it. And I agree with his sentiment. I don't know if it's going to go up or down, but I want some. So, all right, let me jump.
I probably will. I don't know. You never know. I've been waiting for this to come. I saw the package. I knew what it was. And then once I got the package, I saw this. I knew who it was. TheBee. So anyway, it's pretty cool. So I'll show it again in case anybody came in late. I think that's probably about the best I'm going to get it on this. Can you see it shining like a diamond? Woo! So anyway, I've been on there almost an hour. Nobody's going to watch. So, but anyway, keep stacking, keep packing. I'll thank everybody that came in. I'll thank you for the likes. If you want to share this, you can. However, I'm sure LLC's videos have been shared and Neil's videos have been shared. And stop moving it. Well, I got to get closer. Oh, look at that. I'm not moving. It's not clearing up, is it? I think that's about the best it's going to be right there. So I'm an osmium man now. It's kind of like buying Corvettes. You probably, once you start doing it, you probably want to keep doing it. Yeah, it's like that. It's like diamonds. I'll have to say it. So 17 in here now. Woo! Who's Nichols Rich? My butt. Sweet oil stripper. Yeah, Constitutional. You watch it. He'll get one. He'll get one of them discs. What are they, Neil? They like $60,000 or something. It's way up there. Maybe 40-some thousand. It's a disc about like that big. That's what the CS will be getting, because he's loaded, man. He's just buying it like stuff like going out of style. He's gonna pass me up. I don't know when he's gonna pass me in silver, but he will pass me in silver, I'm sure. He'll probably beat me to 10,000. So, but and you know, if you get silver in a large mass amount, you're good to go overall. I think you're pretty safe. You're definitely safe for hyperinflation, and I think you're safe for inflation, and probably okay in a depression. Even though I don't think silver will do as well in a depression as gold will do, but still. $76,000 for one of those. Wow.
Okay, so that was Nickel receiving his piece of osmium. And if you go back and watch in the live where I auctioned off my piece, I had asked before I started auctioning the piece for whoever was going to buy this piece to work with me and be patient, as I was going to have the code transferred from Ian at ARK Silver to me, and then from me to Nickel. And I had asked for patience on the transfer of the code, because This was my first time transferring it, and I wanted to document it. So this is an email that I got from the Osmium Institute, and it says, "Dear Osmium owner, with the OCC, it is easy to transfer ownership when selling osmium to companies, investors, jewelry manufacturers, or simply to other private individuals. You are all familiar with the osmium identification code, which you can enter at www.osmiumidentificationcode.com to see the certificate of your osmium piece. You will receive this code with every piece of osmium. It is printed on the packaging." So that's talking about the OIC code that is on nickel stacking's package of osmium, that is a package of osmium. And so they actually sent me, why am I not? Okay, I had a little camera glitch there, so I'm going to jump ahead to...
Well, something less.
Okay, now I'm back here. I got my camera back. Sorry about the glitch there. We'll cut that out in the rehearsal or the edited version. Okay, so back to this email. So this is what the first thing you receive when you receive your OIC, your codes, and your OCC code from the Osmium Institute. You get a little email. They show you where to go to enter your information in. It's this www.osmiumidentification.com. By entering the code on the page, you now have the option of being able to make changes that affect ownership and possession with the display of the certificate. All explanations can be found directly on the page in their updated form. So I have covered the change code, which is, what you want to keep secret. This is your code that you don't want other people to see, because that's what allows you to keep it private and on that website. So, but once you have this OCC code, we're going to go to this web page, and I'll enter it in, and I'll show you how that process works. So we're going to do that now. Hey, Brown Sugar, welcome in. I am going to, in Jake's Custom Parts. So we're going to jump over right now to the Osmium Institute's page. All right, here we are at the Osmium Institute, and this is the identification code page. So that's this that they have highlighted here, this www.osmium-identification-code.com. And so I'm going to go here and enter in. So the first thing we do is we enter in the OIC number, which is actually on the box itself.
Or you can scan it, right, if you want to.
Yes, you probably could do that as well. Let's see what's with this.
If you got a smartphone, because I don't use smartphones. I like dumb phones. So I can't do it.
You can't do it that way. Yeah, well, you can just enter it in manually. Okay, so here, once you enter in that OIC, it's just the identification code, and it shows you, okay, this is the piece that you should have, and this is the piece that nickel has. So we're going to click on change possessor owner down here at the bottom, and then it pops up this new screen here that shows you where you can enter in this OCC code. Now, I could show you this code as I enter it in, because after I enter this code in and then send the new, sign it over to nickel, that code will be eliminated and it won't do any good anymore. And he'll receive a new code directly from the Osmium Institute that I've never seen and that only he will see. But I'm not going to show you that change code just in case something happens here with my transferring it. So, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to enter in this OCC number right into this box here. And that will, once I do that, I'll come down here and, or I'll hit enter, and that will bring up another page. So I'm going to enter that in. I'm going to drop this page off so you can't see the code that I enter in, and I'm going to enter that code in, and then I'll bring up the next page and you can see what that looks, and that's where we transfer it. So,
and then if I need to give you any information, I can give it to you in the private chat.
Yeah, Nickel, I was going to have you just email it to me, or put it in the private. Yeah, just probably email me once you see this new page that I'm about to open up here, you can see the information that you'll want to give me. Just email it to me so that other people don't know. If you want to use your real name or somebody else's name or whatnot, you'll see here in a minute. And I'll enter that in privately so people don't see it. All right. So... okay, I entered the code and it's pulled me up to the next page. Okay, so I'm going to, my phone number is in there right now, so I'm going to delete that so you can't see that. And then I'll show you what it looks like so you'll know exactly what it takes when transferring this. Okay, so I'm going to share this screen again. Here we go. Okay.
Oh, yeah, looks like what OC said. I give it, yeah. Hey, I've given my phone number out, and it's funny because some of them just say, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I said, "Don't matter. Don't matter to me."
Okay, so here we are. We're on the same osmium identification code change, but I've entered in the change code, the OCC that they sent me, and that allows it to open this page up, which shows you that right now LLC, that's me, is the owner of this piece. Okay, and you can also change it. Like if I own it, and let's say I sent it to Nickel just to have him make a piece of jewelry, I could just enter in him as the possessor right now, so that it just keeps a log and track of where it's at, who has it, what's going on. Also down here at the bottom, you have the option. It shows you, okay, is it already paid for? Is it unpaid for? Was it given away as a gift? Did you do an exchange with it? Did you make a real estate purchase with it? Was it inherited? So they have these different options here that you can use as well. Now I've already been paid, so this is the information that's needed. Now you see these asterisks here. This is what they're asking for both. This is what they're looking for as far as if you're going to have a piece registered to you. Now obviously this is not my surname, is not LLC, so I have a company, and I'm not worried that I'm going to forget that it's registered to Long Live Coins or LLC. So I'm fine with it being registered to that because that company is registered back to me. But I guess what I'm saying here is, if I needed to make up a number, I could, and if I needed to make up whatever name I wanted, I could. Like right now, I made it LLC because I didn't want people to know my real name, but so that I could show this and transfer it to Nickel. And so this is how it came to me. My name is LLC. When I guess what I'm pointing out is that's not my real name. So your name is what you can make it, but you have to document. You have to know. Don't just put in some name that you're going to forget what it is, because that's not going to do you any good. So I guess what I'm saying is you will have to have an email. You can make up a new email. This email is how it gets sent to you, how you'll track it, so you have to have an email. If you want to make a new one up, you can. They're going to ask for a phone number. So if you are fine with the one a lot of people will just give their name and their number and attach to them that, and that's fine. That's how I did my first piece. But I also want to show that you can do it this way as well, where my name is LLC and I have a work number or whatever. You know, it's not my everyday number. So you can do that if you would like. It doesn't have to be your name and your existing phone number and even your existing email. But that's the things that you need to come up with to have it transferred to you, and then you have to remember that, because that's your connection, you know, to your piece online. So Nickel, I don't know what name you want, but in an email to me, you know, type the name that you want me to put up here for owner name. I'll need that, and then whatever phone number you want registered to it, I'll need that, and then whatever email you send me, I'll enter that in here. And if you want the state in there, you can. We don't have to do any of this. If you want it, we can. If you don't worry about it. I haven't done anything with it. I didn't add anything extra. I just had my name and my number and an email. And so you already paid, so we'll just leave that the same. You'll be both the possessor, because you already are the possessor of the piece, and you will be the owner once I get your information. So yeah, just send me that. I will enter in your information, Nickel, that you want me to there, and then I hit save. And when I hit save with that new information in there and paid, I will lose possession of this piece, and you will receive a code shortly thereafter, Nickel, and you will have then the availability to do everything I showed you here, basically. So does anybody have any questions? Hey, Thule, welcome in. Good to see you.
Thule Trump is in the house. So yeah, and so after that, okay, we do all this. After I get done here, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Then you change it. Then I get it. Then they send me the new code. Now, will they send me information about their products? Would I get like a box with something in it or something like that, or do I have to make a purchase, or what all else will I get out of it?
You have what you're going to receive out of it already. All you're going to see is you're going to get an email that will have. Oh, okay. So yeah. So I showed what information they were looking for right there. A little bit later in this live stream, we had someone else asking about kind of what I went over there. So we review it again, and I'm going to show that right here. Kind of the same thing I just said, but showing that to another person. Good to have you.
Do we buy it from you now?
Well, yeah. I mean, I have a couple pieces coming. Should be getting here to me next week, and those I will be putting up on my auctions. But you're also welcome to, you know, jump on this Osmium Institute site and look at the different pieces they have, and then get a hold of Ian or me, and we can get you the product at a little bit of a discount, as opposed to if you just get online and order it directly from overseas from them.
And the reason for that is because if you order from the Osmium Institute, they're in Germany, and they'll have to charge you the German tax, which is like 20% or some stuff like that. Oh yeah. That's why you want to order it from Long Live Coins or Ian at ARK Silver and Osmium, because you don't have, if you order through them, you're getting a decent discount. I mean, I don't know if it's 20% that they have to charge, and that is not listed on the price that you see in euros. That's not added to it, just like our sales tax isn't added to the price of consumer objects.
Yeah. Okay. So if you see this page here that I'm moving up and down to, so down here, this is his letter I that Neil or Nickel picked up. Okay, right quick, I'm going to show you. I just want to make sure that people understand. So this is the OIC code, which stands for Osmium Identification Code. And so if you put that number right there in on the Osmium Institute identificationcode.com, and you enter in that OIC number, that will just show you a picture of the piece that is in question, the one that's up there in the picture there that Nickel bought. And this is the OCC code that was sent to me that I entered in to get to the next page. Now this code is no longer valid, which I'll show you in a little bit. So now it's okay that I show you this code, because that was when I owned it. This was my ownership code, but when I forwarded it to Nickel and sold that piece to him, then this code gets eliminated and he receives his new code directly from the Osmium Institute, and then I have no idea what that code is. So that has taken place, but we're going to continue on here with this example. And so down here it says change possessor owner. When I click on this change possessor owner, it pops up this box right here for an OCC code. And of course, you have to have received your OCC code from the Osmium Institute, and that's your ownership code, and you need that to sell it, to prove that you own it, all those things. That's what you need and what you get when what I'm about to send Nickel. He already has the physical product in his hand, but when I do this code change, then he will have the new code and I will lose it, and then he'll have complete ownership of his piece. So I'm going to enter in this code right here. I'm not going to show you what the code is, or I guess maybe I am there. Well, man, I'm glad that doesn't pop up on. That's weird. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing this screen. I'm gonna put that code in and then reshare the new screen so you can see what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so here we are, and again, it shows. So this Thule is what it looks like on the page, where this is showing, certification, the owner, who the owner is. So the owner is LLC. That's me. So my name is not that. This is not my real name. Is not LLC. So yes, it asks for a name, but notice I put in LLC, and I'm hoping people are understanding what I'm saying.
It needs a name.
It needs a name, right? And don't forget that name, because you do what you feel comfortable with. But I'm just kind of.
It could be kiss my left butt cheek. It would be legal.
If you as long as you know that you're not going to forget that, Nickel. Then you can do that. So so you're going to want to have some type of a reference name so they can speak to you and you can speak to them. They know who they're dealing with. And a phone number. If you want to make up a new phone number or a work phone number or whatever you want to put there, it's not like anyone's going to check that number. That's just kind of for your own. It's like having a name,
OC Stacker's going to use balls of steel. Because he's still buying gold. I mean, gold's 50,000 an ounce. He's going to buy it. So I call him balls of steel.
There's always going to be money to be made.
So, but you do need this owner email address. So these three with the asterisks are the keys, and really your only main key is your email address. Now, if you want to use your existing email, that's fine. If you want to make up a new email. But again, now I haven't done crypto, but they all say, you got to remember your number. Well, I suppose this is somewhat the same here. It's not a number, but you need an email that you can remember, and then whatever you decide to do with your phone number and name there, that's your ballpark. But that's so. I'll be putting Nickel's information that he's sending me in here for the owner and the possessor, because he also possesses it. And so I'll put his information in for both the owner and possessor. I'll hit save, and it will use my.
And possession is 9/10 of the law. Remember
that's that. Right. So then it'll be all his. So hopefully that kind of takes some of the questions out of what they're looking for and whatnot. There's that. Okay, so I end up having Nickel send me his information privately, and I get that entered in. And so I entered his information in and sent it over to him. And I received this message after I had sent the code to him. I'm going to show you that now. Sure. Message in red. This OCC has already been used and is no longer valid. So that's what
because it was put into your name. You have to transfer it from your name, I guess, probably. Because when you bought it, you became the owner, and you have to transfer ownership. How did you initiate that?
I just did, and that's why I got this code, because now that is no longer a valid code.
Oh, so you got another code then.
So I'm no longer borrowing it. I own it now.
Yeah, you should have the full code now. And my code is no longer valid, is what they're telling me here.
Excellent. That means it worked.
Yeah, it should. I think that's what that means. Otherwise, I've done something wrong, and we'll work on it in the future.
Nickel, verify it.
Well, that's the thing, is it might not be an immediate. I don't know how long it takes them to.
They are backlogged right now with their categorizing and
it's immediate.
Yeah. Nickel should still see something like processing or.
Yeah, go see if you see anything, Nickel, in your email.
It's there right now, I guarantee it. It's like crypto, it's amazing. It's like working with XRP.
Okay, so I think Nickel went to check his email, and it went quiet for a while, and we talked for a bit, but it was about 5-10 minutes later that he said that he had received his piece. So I don't know, maybe he checked a few minutes later and it was there. So it happened relatively fast, within 5-10 minutes. Exactly how fast, I'm not sure, but he did receive the code, and so that was a complete transfer. So it went from Ian at ARK Silver Gold Osmium. He sent me the physical piece. I then sold that on my auction. And then when I received the OCC code from the Osmium Institute, I invited Nickel back on to show him how we would transfer the code to him. And then he finally ended up receiving the code and being the complete, having the complete transfer of both the physical piece that he now has, and he now has his own OCC code that I no longer have. So that is the process. I hope that answers some questions. So if anything else, you can leave in the comments down below, and we will catch you on the next one.